That's not that bad. That's not hard.
Like lock it down like a preacher's daughter on prom night.
And I sent a message to that guy at the movie prop ones. I haven't heard back from him yet. So,
Well, now it's getting, like I said, now it's getting people to watch.
well, if we can get all these people locked down, we're going to definitely start pushing the envelope to get more viewers.
Star Wars or Red Dead, I'm there with you.
Oh, we're going to announce that tonight, Ronnie, or no?
Yeah, we could.
Let Ryan do the announcing. He goes, boy, and only his best wrestler promo. Let him cut it for that.
When are we doing it?
It would be Monday, I would guess, right? Monday?
Yeah, we can do that, and then we can do the awards.
Okay.
Because there's not really a hell of a lot of wrestling news, other than the Mandy Rose thing. There's not a hell of a lot.
No. And in all honesty, certain people blaming the IWC for this leak, it pisses me off to no end.
And again, that shouldn't fucking shock you.
But then again, also people thinking Keith Lee is getting cheated on by Austin Theory.
Whoa, with me and him? No.
No, but the IWC started posting shit. Oh, well, look at this. Oh, he's in Austin Theory's arms in a photo shoot. Okay, yeah, who the fuck cares?
So Otis was in Mandy Rose's arms. Does that mean something?
Otis was like halfway deep into Mandy Rose's pants.
God bless Otis.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Otis right now is probably his dick is flying at half mast.
God damn it.
You kind of admit that was a good joke too.
Hey, I just want to give it up for Otis for learning how to read as an adult. You know, finally finding a way to battle his dyslexia.
Where's this joke leading to?
He posted that on his Instagram here recently.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a joke to this because I was gonna say what Mandy Rose taught him how to read Braille.
No, for real.
Oh, fuck you.
That's terrible. But no, like for real, he's dyslexic.
I thought my joke was worse.
He's dyslexic, and he took classes while he was on the road with WWE, and he made this big post about how he finally sat down and read cover to cover the first book in his life, and it was Stephen King's Pet Sematary.
Good fucking book to start off with.
I would concur with that.
But come on, you know how embarrassing that had to be like, you know, here I am, a guy in my, what is he, in his mid-20s?
Yeah.
Late 20s, early 30s for either or.
And I have trouble reading.
Hold on, I'll look at how old he is, Otis.
Like, that's,
I mean,
big.
to put that out like that takes balls.
I agree.
All right. Before we dive completely in, futures for today. Do we want to do Major League Baseball?
We could.
We could.
We'll gloss over some of the NFL, but we'll.
He's 30. He just turned 30. Well, he's about to turn 31. December 21st, 1991. He'll be 31 this year.
Okay. Yeah, we'll gloss over some of the NFL stuff, but we'll do mostly MLB futures.
All right. And Christian's online tonight?
Yeah.
Or is he taking time off?
No, he'll be on tonight. He should be. He didn't tell me otherwise. He sent me his picks for what he's not picking.
All right, let's do this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Betting Window. On today's episode, we dive deep into the world of the hot stove again for Major League Baseball because there's a ton of fucking news. NCAA starts winding down with our bowl picks. College basketball starts heating up, as well as the NBA back to what it used to be. That and much, much more. I'm your host, F and Ronnie, and with me, as always,
The Zombie Master is here.
as well as
The Hustle City Hooligan, Captain Stuntcock himself. What's up, motherfuckers?
I'm dying.
Don't fucking die on the air. Actually, it might be good. Die on the air.
You'll get some views.
Get our ratings up, damn it.
We die for your company, W. Send us free shit.
Do it for the ratings, bro. Do it for the ratings.
It makes as much sense as Vince McMahon when he come back to WWE. Wait, what?
Saw that. You know what the
Style.
odds of that happening are?
No chance. No chance in hell. He's got no chance.
He's got less than no chance. And that's what's terrible.
He's got a better chance of Sasha Banks sucking his dick.
I mean, I'd let her.
There's video proof of that. Not of you, just there's video
Oh,
proof.
I mean, dude, there is. Where was I when this happened?
He was in mentally. You were in a coma, dude.
You were asleep. Yeah, it was.
You were a slumber cock.
God damn it.
You were asleep for 37 weeks.
Fucking
In a row.
goddamn fucking sativas.
The slumber cock strikes again.
I need sativas.
It's like Trish Stratus on Monday Night Football.
Don't fall asleep, Mandy Rose might visit you.
I'm going to sleep, guys.
Mandy.
Call me Rip Van Stuntcock.
And today, like I said the joke earlier, today Otis's dick is riding at half mast.
Yes.
I mean, everyone's is until you go to her account and then you're just like, hello.
Shawing.
I just filled the cup.
Best $10 you'll ever spend in your life. Or if you know where to look, $0.
Da-da-da.
All right, yes, like I said, if you're new to the show, God help you.
Oh yeah, you're listening to three fucking morons.
Where we dive deep into the good, bad, and the what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports and professional betting.
Well, amateur betting.
Well, professional betting. You're still betting. You're still putting money on it, and if you win, you get paid.
Yeah, but I'm not a professional.
But that's still that's being a professional. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? We're getting what? Wait, hold on. We're getting the XFL of fucking lacrosse.
I mean, I'd watch it.
6-on-6 with shorter fields.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
It's like, what the hell? When the hell did they decide to do this? It's like fan-controlled football.
It's like Blitz the League.
Yeah, it's Major League Slugfest.
Major League Lacrosse. Fuck the rules.
Oh, God. All right. So, yes, like we were saying earlier, Major League Baseball has had a lot of signings within the last week. Notable out of all this, Carlos Correa going to the San Francisco Dodgers for a 13-year, $350 million contract.
Did you say San Francisco Dodgers?
No.
You did.
Said this.
No,
You said
Dodgers.
San Francisco
he does.
Dodgers.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. It would probably be better.
Drink another
What
one,
have-
bro.
Ryan, what has he been drinking tonight? I wonder.
Not enough.
Blow Keela.
Yes, so he's Dodger. Jesus Christ. No, Thor's a Dodger.
Thor's a Dodger. Correa's a Giant. Get it right, bitch.
One's going to be like shit in 6 years. The other one's going to be shit in 6 months. I mean, why? Why Correa? First off, that's a terrible contract. 13,
You think?
For like a 13-year contract. Okay, fine. You went there. But, like, where's the benefit? You're not winning with how the Dodgers are and how the Padres are. You are not making the fucking playoffs.
Well, you see what I think it is. I think the Giants fans were like, "You lost Aaron Judge, go out and sign a big fucking name," and the Giants were like, "Okay."
Honestly, you had a better chance of waiting a year, having a mediocre year this year, waiting a year, and trying to spend that $400 million on someone like fucking Ohtani.
Otani's going to be a Met next year.
I'm just saying though, is like if they wanted to fucking play it like how they were going to give Judge, they could have easily waited and dropped that money they were going to spend on Judge on Shohei.
You're not wrong, but I definitely think Uncle Stevie is going to be like, "How much does Shohei want?" Because some money is going to come off the books this year.
Well, the good news about all that is the fact that it's going to come out of the fact that they know what's it called. The GM is the one that got
Epler.
Shohei. Is the one that got
Epler,
Shohei.
yeah.
So
And it doesn't hurt that they'll have that the newest signee too. That was since we were last on. Kodai Senga has signed on with the Mets, 5 years, $75 million.
Yeah. So I got Correa's contract right here.
Okay.
He is getting roughly a little under $27 million a year.
Till age 41 season.
Yes. 26,923,000.
It's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
For 1 year. And then that's not including, and it looks like nothing is back built.
Oh, it's back end. It's backloaded.
No, nothing's backloaded. It is 27 million across the board.
Oh, so it's straight on. That's probably why it's because they're going to fly under the luxury tax if they do it for that.
Yeah. Like
I don't know. What do you guys think of the contract? Good, bad, ugly, what?
I don't like it at all. I don't.
I mean, the name of the game is get what you can while you can.
Right.
But the thing is, though, is he just got off. What was his contract with Minnesota?
It was a 3-year, 75, I want to say, $1 million with an opt out after the first year. I think.
And he didn't have that good of a year either.
He was mediocre.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll look it up. Hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, like
Sometimes
Judge.
mediocre is all it takes.
Like Judge, I'm looking at Judge. His is not back ended either. He's getting 40 million a year.
That's not terrible.
No, over the course of 9 years.
All right, let's see. He signed a 3-year contract worth $105 million with the Minnesota Twins with an opt out after the first season.
Okay.
So, actually, 3 years, 105.
I mean, we've all seen worse contracts.
Oh God.
Mike Trout.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Trout right now is getting, after the payroll, salary, and everything, he's getting. Wow, this is insane. So this year he's gonna make $37 million
In a row.
Right.
I know, right? But yearly cash he's getting 35.
That's still a lot of cheddar.
But it's see, that's where it's all gonna be. Like 2020, he was making 17 to 15 million. Like he's a free agent in 2031. There's no way they're paying Shohei the money they're paying Trout.
No.
No, because and here's the other wrinkle too. And I said this a couple weeks ago on the show. Trout, for the amount of money he's getting, the man has never had a healthy season, and I can't remember when he had the last full season he had that was healthy. He's always hurt. He's been hurt just about every year.
Trout is still the highest paid value player in the game.
Average per year.
Not average per year. Judge right now is average per year. He's at 40, while Trout is at 35. Because remember, Trout signed a 12-year deal where Judge has only signed a 9. Trout is still on his 9-year deal.
What about Harper? What is Harper's contract?
Harper is 25 a year, and that was a 13-year deal.
Huh.
Giancarlo was 25. Corey Seager was 32.
That's the one with Texas, right?
Yeah.
What about Tatis?
Tatis. 24 and a half. Lindor's 34. Like, overall, they ended up. It's really right now not even about the money. It's all about the fucking years.
True. But you know what it is too, and it's like the only problem I see with some of these long-term contracts, and I want to get your guys' take on this, is like, okay, you sign a guy when he's like 27, 28, or in that case, or in some cases like Tatis when you're like 22, 23 years old. Do you think contracts of this length are team friendly or they player friendly?
Definitely team friendly.
Team friendly because, but then here's the problem: is when you got guys like these, like the Trouts and now Tatis and stuff like that, who sign these long-term deals, they're not healthy. It's like you still think the team made out on that, or the players making out on that.
So when it comes to contracts like those, if they win a title on the front end, the back end doesn't mean shit.
Okay.
So like I'll give you an example. Like Lindor has $34 million a year. If the Mets win a title, no one's gonna give a shit about years 8, 9, and 10.
You're right.
Like A-Rod's a great example of that. A-Rod didn't win a title with Texas. When he came to the Yankees, they cared more. But when he won that title, did anyone care about the Giancarlo Stanton contract or A-Rod's?
No, but you know what it is too? Now I think with the way the money the Mets are spending, and I can't believe I actually used that, I'm actually saying that the money the Mets are spending, which they've spent some ridiculous money the last couple of weeks, they are definitely in a win now mode, period, because with Scherzer and Verlander, you're only going to get 2 more years out of these guys, if that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen everybody's opinion on MLB, the radio, and all that stuff. They're like, if the Mets don't win in the next 2 years, all that money Steve Cohen spent was for nothing.
Well, if we remember...
Sometimes that happens, man.
Well, remember the press conference, though. Steve Cohen said he wants a title in 5 years. This is year 3 of that. So he has literally 2 more years to make that prophecy fulfilled.
But you know what it is, too? And the other thing that I've hearing from announcers and, like I said, MLB Network and all that stuff, they're saying the following is, like, you don't know what you're going to get out of a 40-year-old and a 39-year-old.
Okay, and you don't know what you're getting out of Jacob deGrom either.
Point.
You're right. You don't know what, and the other wrinkle that there is, we signed the Senga guy, Kodai Senga. He never pitched in the major leagues. And somebody actually brought up this name, which I cannot believe. Somebody brought up the name on the radio, Hideki Irabu. And I'm like, okay, because they also were saying that about Otani when Otani came over. You're like, oh, could he be another Irabu? And I'm like, yeah, now everybody's sucking Otani's dick, basically. You know, who's to say this Senga guy's not going to be the next superstar? Or he could be a bust.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I think a 5-year deal is probably the best thing.
And he's got an opt-out after the 3rd year.
Yeah, well, it's a team opt-out or is it a player?
No, it's a player. He can opt out after the 3rd year. If the 3rd year he decides he wants to leave, he's got the power to do so.
Huh.
So if he go, me no like in New York, me go back. Then they have to let him go.
Well, as long as he doesn't want more money.
Well, that's what a lot of people are speculating, that he's going to do an opt out. If he's all right, let's say these next 3 years he wins. I mean, I doubt it would. He wins Cy Young's 3 straight years. You don't think that motherfucker's going to opt out and want more money?
Oh yeah, well that's
At that point, he'd be able to go anywhere he wants.
Listen though. Think about it this way: if he does that, we're probably looking at the Mets holding the fucking title.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
so then you pay the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I look at it, anyway.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I'm just like. So Ryan, how did your Cardinals fare off in the winter meetings? Other than, do you like what your team's done so far? Or
We're good, man. We desperately needed to fill Yachty's, fill that catcher role.
Yeah.
And I think we did a great job at it.
So do you really think do you think it's going to be difficult for Contreras to fill those shoes?
Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Let's be honest. Yadier Molina is a once-in-a-lifetime player.
True.
I have never in my life seen another catcher that dominant. Have you?
Pudge in his early years. Pudge Rodriguez in his early years.
No idea who that is.
You don't know Ivan Rodriguez? Pudge Rodriguez?
The human vacuum?
Nope.
Yeah.
Look him up on YouTube. That motherfucker in his early years.
Go look up Pudge.
But listen, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, you get these once-in-a-lifetime players. In the last 10 years, name a stronger catcher than Yadier Molina.
There is none.
Let's go back 15 years.
Hold on. 10 years, maybe Buster Posey.
Maybe Buster Posey in his
healthier years, in his prime, right?
You said exactly. 10 years. You said 10 years, so that's why I'm saying Buster.
Yeah, I can't think of another catcher, and then the only other catcher.
15 years, that's still Pudge.
Well, Pudge, I think, was in his down. I think he was starting to be in his down years towards and stuff like that. But Pudge in his prime was.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Oh, I totally get what you're saying, and you're right. You're completely right. But is Wainwright coming back?
Yes.
All right. What about Albert? Is Albert done, or is he coming back?
Albert's done.
Oh, he is done.
He's going to fulfill his few years there in L.A. doing appearances, but he's done playing. His playing days are over.
Then why didn't I'm happy for you that that Waino stayed, but I mean, I thought they were all going to go out together.
I mean, maybe he doesn't have anything to prove. I don't know.
I mean, much respect to him. I mean, he's a hell of a pitcher. He's an absolute beast of a pitcher. But we shall see what we shall see. But
So all right, here we go. That's interesting. So I'm on Yahoo right now.
Okay.
I have everybody that has signed. And right now in the off season.
Okay.
I'll go through some notable ones. But Miguel Castro 1 year, $3 million to the Diamondbacks.
No big loss there for the Yankees.
Jolie Rodriguez to the Sox. Chris Martin from the Dodgers to the Sox. Oh, really? That's where he went. Fucking Cody Bellinger to the Cubs.
Did he go to the Cubs?
1 year, $17 million.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's
Yeah,
a show me contract.
Yeah,
that's a show me.
Well, no, that's a. I have nobody. That's a. I have nobody else that'll sign me. I'll take the best offer on the table.
Well, no, that's going to be a strictly. I'll show you. I can still play type of thing. And next year he'll try to command a major fucking contract.
I mean, if he can make the Cubs a winning team, I'd pay him.
Yeah, but here's the thing: what do the Cubs really have? The Cubs don't have anybody because their last big person was Contreras. Contreras went to what? St. Louis.
Yep.
Yep.
So-
Yeah. Guardians got Josh Bell.
Good trade for good signing for them.
Joe Arrea is a Rocky for a year, 3 minutes. Matt Boyd from the Mariners is a Tiger. Jose Abreu from the White Sox, 3 years, $58 million.
Wow.
That's a nice chunk of change.
And hello,
Yeah.
Christian.
Hello,
What up?
friends.
What's up,
Hey,
Christian?
what's up, brother?
What's happening?
Happy
guys?
birthday again, man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to take this time to thank everybody that called me, texted me, mentioned me on social media. Just found a way to reach out to me. It's more than appreciated. And 32 ain't never looked this damn young. But I really appreciate it, man. It was a great day. I was in Harlem for most of the day. Saw my great uncle. That's my late grandmother's brother. And one of my friends actually came to town from Illinois. So that was great. She had never been to New York before. So that was cool.
The Midwest Jehu and put him in the fucking Mecca.
Oh God.
You go from green water to good pizza.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Fuck you. We got Alicia's. We got good pizza out here.
Oh, fuck you. You never had
Yeah,
New York
right.
pizza.
Right.
It's all in the water, bitches.
And
Went
if you
to the
go
Bronx.
to the Chicago River, you don't know what the fuck what's been in there. Granted,
Yeah,
we have
really.
Sorry, man.
we have the Hudson. Granted, we
I'm
have
just
the
gonna
Hudson.
say the end all be all of fucking Chicago style pizzas for me. It's Pantera's.
Ugh. Come on, man.
Hey,
You
at
know
least he
better.
didn't say-
Nah, but
hey, at least he didn't say
nah,
Unos.
man.
At
It
least he
was
didn't say Unos.
Who knows?
nah, it was a
You mean
really good-
emos?
It was a really good day. Went to the Bronx. You know why I went to the Bronx? Saw
Went
the
to go see the
stadium.
cathedral, right?
Yeah. I went to Jeter's house for a little bit. I sent you guys the picture. I got a really good picture of it. Yeah, man, it's just good being back home.
Right.
Kind of felt like a tourist in my own hometown, but man, it feels really good to be home.
And we're glad you're here, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
So
it.
right now we are going over.
The Midwest misses you already.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they definitely do.
So right now we're going over the signings for the winter meetings and stuff like that.
Some of the contracts that have been dished out.
Yeah, because I saw San Francisco wanted to be stupid and overcompensate for Carlos Correa. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. We're also talking about we just ended with Bellinger go to the Cubs.
Really?
Yeah.
How
1
many
year,
years?
1 year, 17 mil.
Oh, so it's like low risk, high reward type of thing.
We were saying it's pretty much a show me contract. Like, show me you're worth it, and then we'll maybe talk extension type of deal.
Okay. What's going on with the Yankees and Rodon? Anything?
I haven't heard anything.
I heard something tonight. The latest I heard is they are far apart on terms.
Ah, shit.
Because from what now, like I said, take all these quotes with a pound of salt. He wants upwards of between 250 and 275 for X amount of years, and the Yankees aren't willing to go that high.
Wow. And I just sent you guys the picture of the stadium.
What, in the Skype chat?
No, on Messenger.
Oh, I'll check that later. Yeah.
All right.
But
Cool.
no, that's yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like, is he worth that? You think, or?
I mean, look, I'll give the Yankees credit for kind of like sticking true to themselves and not just throwing out a shit ton of money. Because think about it, they already have $300 million contracts on the payroll, right? And Stanton,
Oh
because
man,
they're
that's
pretty
a
much
beautiful shot,
paying
Christian.
they're pretty much paying Stanton's salary from the Marlins, right?
Yeah.
Then obviously, they just paid Aaron Judge, and they have Garrett Cole's salary as well, because he got what, 9 years, 324 mil,
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah. So look, I would love him in a rotation. Like, to be honest with you, and I'm gonna be honest with all three of you, I really wanted them to go after Verlander. I really wanted.
Well, they did. The funny part about that is they did offer him a contract, and it was more money, but Verlander and more Kate Upton came out and said, "We really don't want to go to a place that boos their own fans. Sorry, Hal."
See, here's the thing. Sports today, I think, it's too soft, because I don't know if you guys saw the Captain documentary.
Yeah.
Derek was saying, look, if he struggled and they booed him in the press conference, he would have said, well, shit, I would have booed too. I didn't play well.
I think.
So what's the problem?
I personally think, in all honesty, it's the fact that I think that Met fans, as much as we have what we have now, I think there's a level of, if you're a Yankee, you have to win.
That's with all of baseball. Sorry, the Yankees are synonymous with winning.
Right, but I'm saying is there's that stigma of, if you are a Yankee, you are wearing the pinstripes, then you have to win.
You're expected to win.
You're expected to win. If you don't even it's World Series or bust when it comes with that. The Mets, as much as I hate saying it as a Met fan, if you told me that we got to the playoffs 5 years in a row, I'd be like, okay, that's a successful year. Then after that, you kind of be like, all right, we need to take the next step.
Right.
Now it's kind of like, well, what you're doing within the next 2 years, we're kind of expected that we should be getting to the dance.
Right. And Christian, before you came on, it's like we were discussing. It's like the Mets right now, with the money they're giving to Scherzer, the money they're giving to Verlander, and their ages combined,
they only got 2 years.
They only got 2 years to do this.
So it's almost like they're going on. It's almost like title or bust now.
But Steve Cohen even came out when he bought the team saying that I have 5 years to get a title. If I
now we're at the final two, yeah.
We're at the final two. So literally, it's title or bust.
Well, because right now it's like they showed the starting rotation last year as opposed to this year. Last year you had DeGrom, Scherzer, Cookie, Bassett, and Taiwan. This year you got Verlander, Scherzer, Senga, Quintana, and Cookie. It's like a completely different team, a completely starting rotation. And Ronnie brought this to my attention. The Mets are actively saying to anybody, make us an offer for Cookie.
Carrasco?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take his ass.
Right?
Okay, we'll take Volpe then.
Oh,
yeah, you said you'll take him. We'll take Volpe.
See,
or Dominguez.
You just being rude now.
Hey, if you want to get rid of a contract, we'll take DJ.
Now that one I wouldn't be opposed to. Yeah, I would, cause get get a young kids a start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we're going through it right now. So we're at the Angels right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Anderson is their big thing from the Dodgers. 3 years, $39 million. Speaking of the Dodgers, Kershaw for 1 year for 20, and Syndergaard for 1 year, $13 million. A little bit.
Oh, is that what they gave him? They
Yep,
gave him
1 year,
13.
13. 1 year overpaid.
Very much overpaid, that motherfucker.
Mets obviously re-signed Nimmo, Diaz, got Verlander, which is the big, like John said, Singa, Cortana, and David Robinson from Philly, 1 year, $10 million.
So Christian, what do you think about? Do you think Robertson's going to do well for the Mets, or do you think this is just a? Because you've seen more of him than we have.
Nah, I think he'll be good. Like anywhere he's gone, he's always been that reliable eighth inning setup guy, and sometimes he could even close for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I loved him when we had him when he was setting up for Mo. You know, that I know he went to Philadelphia, and then I know he also pitched for the White Sox as well. I think he's gonna be good. You know, yeah, he's older, but you know,
He's
you just
going
need
into
him.
his age 37th season this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's a well established veteran now, so I think he can train some of the younger arms in your bullpen, and he's just there to pretty much open up for what's your guys' closer's name again?
Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, he's just there pretty much to open the
You
door.
sure
for
you're pronouncing that right, John?
Yeah, well, he's Edwin when he does good, but he's Ed Lose when he sucks.
Oh God.
Hey, at least he admits it now.
I've always admitted it. I've always said that.
But speaking of, like we said, back to what we were saying, the Yankees, obviously, you got Tommy Kaline.
Tommy Kahnle. I'm so happy
from the
he's
Dodgers,
back.
2 years, $11 million, and then obviously Judge, $36 million over 9 years, and Rizzo 2 for 40.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Judge was gone.
He was, and then they fucked up.
Who fucked up?
Nah, but you know what? It's like what my coworker said. They couldn't afford to get rid of Aaron Judge. He's the closest thing this franchise has had since Jeter.
Because right now, from what people were saying, is
That's fair.
Judge
That's
was
fair.
never planning on, his agent was never planning on going back to the Yankees to be like, give me a counter offer. Here's what they're giving me. Give me a reason.
Right.
And I actually found something interesting about the DeGrom contract, but we'll get to that when we get to Texas. Phillies, obviously Trey Turner, Taijuan Walker, they're two big signs. 11 years, $300 million. That's an overpay for Trey Turner.
No, I'll tell you what was an overpay. San Diego giving Xander Bogaerts all that bread.
We're actually about to get there next because Pittsburgh, I really don't give a shit about the Pirates. So let me just finish this real quick. Walker, 4 years, $72 million. Another overpay.
That's an overpay.
And then they got somebody else for 2 years, $15 million. Phillies are in. We need to win one now. They have literally. You want to? Everyone's like, oh well, Steve Cohen's in the luxury tax. I go. I think Philly's kind of overpaying their shit. But yeah, like Christian was saying, Padres, Xander Bogart, 11 years, $280 million.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't bad money.
If you can get it.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know about all that.
You're looking at 20. It's less than $28 million a year, though. So I mean, it's a heavy team-friendly deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's still $28 million a fucking year.
But then you factor this in too. You're paying Tatis Jr. 32. You're paying Machado 26, and you're paying Soto. Soto right now you still have on a fair deal because he's still getting paid from that. But next year he's going to be looking at $40 million a year.
And he's not going to stay in. He's not going to stay in San Diego.
I know a place where he can come.
I mean, I got two places where he can come, and it's both in New York.
In both your buttholes?
I
Hey now.
know.
It's either Queens or the Bronx. There's nice places, and it's really it's not even. We're paying for you. We're paying for your brother. Like,
That's true.
it's-
His younger brother, is supposed to be very, very fucking good too.
Well, the thing is though, is Soto even said he goes his Soto. So here's the funny thing: Soto has said in an interview that his brother is a diehard Met fan, saying if he comes to the Mets, then his brother will. But he goes, I am not opposed to being in New York. Period. Stop. So that's either gray and blue and orange or pinstripes.
Right.
So yeah, it's a battle in New York for him.
Yeah, because I just don't see San Diego paying for him because the simple reason too, it's like you also have to look at it as Hugh Darvish's contract's going to be up in another year, I think.
Judge though got offered 10 years, $400 million by San Diego this year during free agency, and he turned that down.
How much would that have been annually if he signed that contract?
40 a year.
40 a year?
Yeah, it was 10 for 400, so 40 a year. I mean, unless they backloaded it.
I would assume any team is going to backload a contract that fucking big, or defer it.
You say that, but I'm looking at other. They didn't defer a lot of them. Like Mike Trout's isn't deferred.
And here's a weird question, and I know this is going to seem like a joke. How much is Bonilla still owed?
$4 million.
Why doesn't Steve Cohen just do that as a fucking tax write-off?
Because he actually is now embracing it and having fun with the fans with it. He literally made it a fucking holiday, and when every year he gets paid, he's actually going to be bringing Bobby Bonilla out and putting him on a car and having them drive around the outfield on Bobby Bonilla Day. I'm not fucking with you on this one.
Oh, cripes.
He is playing into this, and I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, well, at least it's making it interesting, I gotta guess.
All right, Giants. Mitch Hager from Seattle, 3 years, 43. Ross Stripling from Toronto, 225. Carlos Correa, we just talked about it, 13, 350. That's pretty much their big signings. The Cardinals, Wilson Contreras, 5 years, $87 million. Rangers haven't done it. All right, the Rangers. Andrew Henney, 2 years, 25. Martin Perez, 1 year, 19.7. And Jacob deGrom, 5 years, 185. This is interesting, though. What we found out about deGrom was that Texas said, here is your offer. If you shop this around, the offer is off the table. So he wasn't even able to go shop around and ask for anything better from the Mets.
Well, you know what it is, too, and it's like, you know what stuck with the Mets? It's like, the Mets only were going to give him 2 or 3 years. He wanted long-term.
Right, but if you're telling me that if he went back to the Mets and asked the Mets to match it, they wouldn't have?
No.
Or match it annually?
No. I don't think they did because the simple reason is he claimed, because I watched the press conference. I went and I watched the press conference. He thinks this team is going to be a winning team. He likes the winning. He feels that this team is embracing winning. He feels they're close to winning. I'm like, Jake, what funny stuff are you smoking in Texas?
He has to say that, though.
Correct.
That's the thing. That's the media scrum. If he said, "Oh, I only came here for the money," you don't think the papers are gonna crucify him? That's just Reddick. That's just Redrick. Everyone says, "Oh, this is a winning team. We're gonna win a title." No. We know why you left the year, but then come to find out that Texas wouldn't let him come back to the Mets and offer the Mets being like, hey, they're offering me this. No, it was take it or leave it, and he took the money. Because he didn't think the Mets would have matched it. Okay, fine, but if the Mets might not have matched the years, but I bet you they would have matched the salary.
True.
True, they probably would have. But you know what? I think about it this way. It's like, I also look at the fact that he claims he didn't want to be here anymore.
But
You know,
again,
it's like,
that's all Twitter and that's all Twitter and shit like that. So
It's all Twitter twaddle pop.
who knows what's real and what's not?
right.
All I know is the Rangers said that they didn't want him to shop it around, and I think that's more of a interesting fact, that the fact that he couldn't even come back to the Mets. I think it's clear as day that he wanted more money, or he wanted years, but at the same time, year annually, he was making what's his name money, Verlander and
Scherzer.
type money. He was making $40 a year for 3 years. But he wanted the extra 2. There's nothing you can do there. I mean, the years, if he wanted the years, then that's it. But then come to find out he couldn't shop it is a bigger fucking deal.
Well, you know what it is too, and it's like, I look at the contract that Nimmo signed, and which pretty much means Nimmo's going to more likely finish his career as a Met, as a legacy Met.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that him being a legacy, just like Judge is going to be a legacy with the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's going to be, these are going to be your next. I mean, Nimmo, do I think he's going to be a Met Hall of Famer? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just because of the way the guy played. An MLB Hall of Famer?
No,
As much as
you don't have that kind of numbers.
No, he don't have that kind of, unless he has a big turnaround, but he's going to be a legacy player, and that's what I think the fans are embracing him even more now, is because he said, you know what? This is where drafted me, this is where I want to stay. Jake was like, fuck you, I want the money.
I don't blame him.
And he
for that
pretty
either.
much just, I can't blame him, but somebody said, well, I saw something somewhere on one of a YouTube guy's channel. He goes, well, when they announced Senga, they go, what number will Senga wear? Hey, 48's available.
Yeah, that's also people like on YouTube trying to get fucking views. That's radio edit. That's radio Reddick. That's that type of bullshit. But it is what it is. Final thing, I mean, really, Blue Jays got Chris Bassett. 3 years, $63 million.
Good for him. Good for him. Good luck to him. I have nothing bad to say about Chris Bassett. He pitched well for us.
Kevin Kiermaier.
You know what? I'm kind of glad we still got Nimmo back, because the next
be right
obvious
back.
person would have been Kiermaier, and I didn't want him. I wouldn't have wanted him. I just don't have a feeling on him.
Well, I mean, sometimes what you got to do is follow your feeling, buddy.
Yeah, you got to go with your gut, but no, congrats to Judge on staying a legacy Yankee, it's good. You know what it is, like the old saying, you couldn't see DJ playing for any other team. I couldn't see Judge playing for anybody but the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, and would I've loved to see DeGrom finish his career as a Met? Yeah, but he spoiled that. He spoiled it. You know, and when the guy retires, I hope that they don't retire his number. I really hope they don't. Send a point out. Say, okay, you want to be a Texas? Let Texas retire your number.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
all right.
And then Trevor Williams, 2 years. Nationals did shit. What a shock.
Nationals can't afford to pay their own employees, let alone buy players.
But that's pretty much the news. But the final piece of news that I want to talk about is a person in Major League Baseball is looking to make a comeback. Former Philly,
Uh-oh.
but he's with Texas right now. Cole Hamels.
Really?
Yeah.
What is he, like 40 something now?
I don't know.
Let me look him up.
But he is plotting a comeback for 2023. Apparently he was injured last year, and I think, could be wrong, I think he's still with the Rangers. No, he's free agent. He's saying if I get a spring training invite, it's a no risk all reward. He said.
He's 38. He's 38 years old. Yeah.
If you start me out in February, I'll be ready by April 1st. I know exactly. I'll know exactly what I can and can't do. Be the first one to admit it. Nope, I had a great career. If he says I can't do it, I had a great career. Just hang him up and be proud what I did.
Smart man.
You know, hey, I give him credit for trying to come back, but I just don't think he's got anything left.
Oh no, sorry. Here we go. So his last season was 2020 with the Braves.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And how was his record with the Braves in 2020?
He only says last pitch September 16th was a full season with the Cubs. He went 7-7 with a 3.81. Last pitch September 16th with the Braves, going 3 1/3 at Baltimore, allowing 3 earned runs. Hamel was placed on the 60-day DL after signing with the Dodgers. So it looks like he jumped around. He had a torn meniscus, pinched nerve in his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole Hamel looking to make a return. That's interesting.
Yeah, more power to him if he wants to try. But like I said, I don't know. Christian, would you take him?
Take who?
Cole Hamels? Hasn't pitched since 2020. He's 38 years old.
Yeah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good.
That's what I figured.
I'm good. Nah, I'm gonna tell you why I'm good. Because anytime the Yankees sign these star pitchers way beyond their prime, it never works. A la Randy Johnson, Kevin Brown. I know I'm missing another one.
Corey Kluber.
No, he was hit or miss. Look, the man got us a no-hitter, so I'll give him that much. But he was hit or miss. But nah, I'm good on that.
Well, what about if he ends up being like another guy like a Kerry Wood?
Who? Hamels?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where he comes in and pitches the 9th or the 8th. Like, oh, he's a bullpen guy that pitches 1 inning.
Yeah, but nah. I mean, look, I don't like I'll be honest with you. If we get Rodon, and I don't care if I sound like a homer here, but if we get Rodon, I personally think we're the favorites to come out the American League. Cole, a healthy Sevy, a healthy Nestor Cortez, and Rodon. Like, that's a formidable 4. And then you round it out with, I don't know, Clark Schmidt or you go and get some. I mean, what other free agent pitchers are available right now, like on the market, John? Would you happen to have that list in front of you?
Let me look. I'll see. Let me pull it up.
Not a lot.
No, there's not. That's the problem.
Okay.
Let me see. Well, keep talking while I look that up. So
Yeah, because like, that's the thing right there. Because all of you, like, kind of be realistic here with me. Houston lost Justin Verlander. Do you see them missing a beat, or are they going to struggle without him?
I think they're going to struggle.
You
Not
think
as
so?
not as much. I think they'll still make the playoffs because I think that the West is not that strong. I mean, if anything, they'll make like the wild card
Okay.
because I think Seattle might be the next. It might be the next man up for Seattle.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. I just think, our rotation needs. Our rotation's been good. Like, if anything, our rotation is what kept us in the ALCS this past year.
The problem is there's not a lot of bats out there, and I think that's what a lot of teams are looking for. Is that one?
I want that. I want that kid from Pittsburgh.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking
I
about.
think it's Brian Reynolds or something like that.
All right, now
Yeah.
I have the list of who's currently left. You got Rondon, Nathan Eovaldi, Corey Kluber, Wade Miley, Rich Hill, Greinke,
Hey,
Waka.
say it right.
Oh,
Dick Mountain.
Dick Mountain. Zach Greinke, Michael Waka, Mike Miner, Jordan Lyles, Drew Smiley, Ekfetti, Joe Ross, Michael Lorenzen, Dylan Bundy, Chris Archer, Aaron Sanchez, Carlos Martinez, Zach Davies, Chad Kuhl, Dallas Keuchel, Chase Anderson, Michael Folk, I can't pronounce that, and I can't pronounce the last guy's name, but I've never heard of him. He's 0-9, so yeah. But
To be honest with you,
out of
who
what?
I would want out of
Out of
all those names outside of Rodon?
Who's that?
Give me Nathan Eovaldi.
They were actually talking about Eovaldi too. If the Yankees missed out on Rondon, will they go in all on a Nathan Eovaldi? Didn't he pitch for the Yankees at one
Yeah,
point?
he
too?
was. Yeah. Because in 2015, here, let me look it up. Because I think it was 2015. Let's see, Let me see. And how old is he? Yeah, it said the Yankees are interested in him, and he's only my age. He's 32.
Hey,
Oh,
Ronnie, Jed Lowry's a free agent.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude, he pitched for us for 2 seasons, 2015 to 2016, and then he was on that Boston team that won the World Series in 2018.
So, I mean, that's the current crop of, and like I said, the biggest name in that group is Rondon, and then after he comes off the market, then you think Eovaldi's the next big guy up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's that. I got nothing else baseball, so
No, and there's really future-wise, we can dive into it because obviously, like when we could talk a little bit about the Major League Baseball football. There's some different news, so we can talk about that. But with that being said, like always, we have always been sponsored by Dubby for the future sections. Dubby.gg. Go there, type in the Nerdport at checkout. Dubby is a clean energy drink that gives you all the wire and none of the crash. Vitamins, amino acids, 150 milligrams of caffeine, 0 sugar. All flavors are custom. Go to there, check them out. They do have sample packs up there that are one shot packs with a shaker for about $15. So you get about $2 off with using the code. Doesn't hurt. Everything gets kicked back to us. And P.S. and word of advice, it will not make you see into the future. Go and try it out. That's w.gg. Code the Nerdport. Try it out for yourself.
or send some to Ronnie and let Ronnie try it.
Or I'll try it on the video. Fine. I gotta order some more. It's not bad. I mean, in all honesty, it's not bad.
I tried Ghost the other day. Some of that Ghost stuff.
I love Ghost.
I tried the Chips Ahoy one. Not a fan. Got a very weird aftertaste. But Ghost isn't a sponsor, so.
Nope. Nope. I mean, I can try to get a brand ambassador, but that's a whole different issue.
Right.
All right, so what's next, gentlemen?
All right, NFL. We're diving into MVP. We'll dive into it right now. Jalen Hurts is your favorite. Next is Mahomes, then Burrow, and then that's pretty much it. Because after that, Burrow is 6.5 to 1, and then Josh Allen is 22 to 1. Josh Allen pretty much played himself out. I'm hearing people say that Tyreek Hill has a chance to get MVP. I would like to hear Christian's thought on that. Because he's 80
Why not?
He's 80
Why
to 1
not?
right now.
Why not? I mean, he look at the element of explosiveness that he's brought to the Miami Dolphins, right? He can stretch the field vertically. He can go underneath. He's close to breaking a Hall of Famer's record. I said it a couple weeks ago. I truly think he's the best offensive weapon that's not a quarterback in the National Football League. It's him and Derrick Henry. Because look at the dynamics that they bring to their offense.
But then wouldn't you give him Offensive Player of the Year?
Oh, he's definitely going to win
Because
Offensive Player of the Year.
Because here's the thing. If you're looking at MVP, wouldn't you almost look more towards Tua with that team?
Yeah, you can, but...
When it comes to MVP, because MVP is... Listen, don't get it twisted. MVP is more leadership team. Like Derrick Henry winning it, in my opinion, I think there's only two ways someone can win it. It's a quarterback or a running back. Or the rarity of the defensive player.
The way that a wide receiver will ever win MVP is if, they sustain consistency with their number one quarterback, right?
Well, I think the only way they can win is if the number one goes out and they can still put up those numbers.
Bingo! You just took the words right out my mouth, Ronnie. Couldn't agree with you anymore.
Well, what about Sauce Gardner? Do you see anything for him or no?
Not this year. Not
defensive rookie of the year.
He'll win he's winning the rookie of the year going away.
Yeah, but honestly, John, I say next year he could be a favorite to win defensive rookie of the year. I could see him kind of going on that same trajectory like Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons won defensive rookie of the year last year, and he's the projected favorite to win defensive player of the year this year.
We'll get to that when we get into defensive player of the year, because there's an interesting... The number 2 is very interesting with that. But yeah, so MVP right now, like I said, MVP, you got Hurts, and I'll say this, if Hurts is gonna win MVP, then you're kind of looking at a lock that Sirianni is gonna win Coach of the
Year. Yeah, and Ronnie, we talked about this in a production phone call.
Yep.
If they were 13-1 by this time, it's almost his. I mean, it's his to lose at this point.
Oh yeah. Yes and no. I think what Hurts, if they are 13-1 by this time, next week? I think this is week. This is week 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they lose. They would have to. I think if they go 15-2, it's his running away. Jalen will win if they lose. If they lose one more game, it's Jalen's to running away.
Right.
Now, if they lose 3 out of the 4, and say someone like Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow run the table, which is possible, then we have an interesting pass. Like, then I don't know. Then I honest to God don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I could honestly see Joe Burrow. I think if Mahomes breaks the record and the Eagles lose 2 games, it's Mahomes outright.
Yeah, I mean, look, right now, if I had to choose between the two, stats wise, it's Jalen Hurts, without question, right? However, everybody wrote off Mahomes after the team trades away Tyreek Hill. Remember that?
Yep.
And Mahomes has Kansas City pretty much in the driver's seat once again for the AFC top seed. Like, think about it. I mean, this is usually at this point we kind of know who the favorite is to win MVP. Like last year around this time, Aaron Rodgers had the award locked up, right?
Yep.
Now, I mean, we still have a couple weeks to go, Ronnie. Like I said, normally we know by this point it's usually wrapped up. And Jalen Hurts, I think Jalen Hurts can win the award next weekend in Dallas. If he torches that defense, he wins that award. It's his. Because you know how we always say with college football, and I know we'll get into that because I know you had some things you wanted to bring up. You told me. In college football, you know how the Heisman winner, they have their quote unquote Heisman moment, right?
Yep.
So we got to see what that MVP moment is for Jalen Hurts because Mahomes has had some moments this year, you know, and I think that one moment of his was when he put the team on his back and just took over against Tennessee. Remember that game?
Yeah, I definitely do.
I mean, yeah, granted, he threw the ball 68 times, but I don't think they get into that position without him. See, here's the thing. When I think of most valuable player, I think of taking that player away and the team is completely different. And I don't think the Chiefs would be in this position right now without Patrick Mahomes. He's the best quarterback in the National Football League.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. But the problem is they're going to go 99% of the time, MVP goes by team stat. The team record, usually, like I said, Mahomes will win. Most likely, Mahomes is in a competition with Tyreek Hill over Offensive Player of the Year.
Nah, that's Tyreek's for the taking.
I'm just saying, you'd be surprised how close that is.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at last year. Everybody has always debated me. Oh, well, Aaron, you know, Brady should have won it over Aaron Rodgers last year. No. Yeah, Brady did throw more touchdown passes than Aaron Rodgers, but who got the top seed in the NFC?
Right. And didn't Brady win Offensive Player of the Year?
No, what's Cooper Kupp won it?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah, but Kupp, I was going to say, but Kupp had a fucking ridiculous year. But
yeah.
Ryan, what about you? What's your opinion on that?
I do not have one.
No got one? All right. Quick one for Comeback Player of the Year. It's really between 2 players again. And Geno Smith right now is running away with this at -6.5. But the one person that can catch him, and I'm interested to see if anyone has an opinion on this, is McCaffrey. He's 7-1 right now. Barkley ain't catching him. But Geno Smith has one more bad game. Especially, it's going to come down to Thursday. I bet you Comeback Player of the Year comes down to this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Does Christian catch him, or does Geno have too much already on top of this?
I still can't believe we're still talking about Geno Smith in 2022.
I think it's Geno's. I mean, he's been a great story this year, and who would have thought at this point of the year, a team in the Seattle Seahawks, who were supposed to be in a rebuild this year, they're in playoff contention, but Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos just got eliminated.
Or just doing high knees in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, but look, Russell's still winning at the end of the day because he still got Sierra.
Russell, Mr. Unlimited, I'm making fucking bank. All right, yeah. Speaking of rookie of the years, we come back. Offensive player rookie of the year. Boy, has there been a change in the top of the leaderboard now. Right now, there's about 4 players right now that can win it. Chris Olave is 5-1. Kenneth Walker III has dropped from the favorite to 3-1. Christian Watson is 3-1, and your favorite right now is Garrett. I'm not Russell Wilson.
For offensive rookie of the year?
Yep.
Yeah, can't disagree with it. I mean, he's really catapulted himself as the Jets' #1 receiver. Because he has a guy that can now get him the ball more consistently.
Good old Mike F. White. I mean, it's insane knowing that the Jets could have both rookie offense and defense.
Yeah.
Especially after losing Bryce Hall, where he was a lock to win Rookie of the Year.
Who, Bryce Hall? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Totally.
But now we have the #1 receiver. Like, I'll eat crow on that one. I kind of looked at him and like, I didn't like the pick. Yeah, the kid's good. The kid's really good. So you're gonna tell me you got the best running back out of the draft, one of the best receivers out of the draft, and probably like the 3rd best defensive end and the best corner out of the draft. Yeah, I think the Jets are looking up. Now, if they only can have a legit quarterback. Oh, and to answer your question, Christian, Sauce Gardner, -500 to win Rookie of the Year.
It's his.
It's his.
Yeah, it's his. For the taking.
Now, last one, Coach of the Year. I'm going to put one name out there, and I want your honest opinion. He's not even on here. No, there he is. He's 50-1.
Okay.
Could Pete Carroll get Coach of the Year?
If they go...
If they run the table.
If they run the table.
That means they would beat... that means they would beat the Jets.
Okay.
So they would beat... Saleh. They would beat... who else has Seattle got? They would win the division. They would win the division. They would beat Saleh. I think they got Minnesota for one more. Or no, they got the Rams. They got the Chiefs. They would beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead. They would beat the Niners at home. They would beat the Jets on the at home, and then they would beat the Rams at home.
Mm-hmm.
If they run the table, I mean, I could see it. And Philly, but again, Philly has to lose at least one more game, I think.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can see it, but you know who else you have to kind of put in that conversation, Ronnie?
Who?
Mike Vrabel. And let me explain why. Yeah, I know Tennessee is slipping up right now. I know they've been struggling to sustain leads and hold themselves in games, but you know, at one point Mike Vrabel had Tennessee at 5-2 in first place in the AFC South, right?
Yeah.
And a large chunk of their roster has been decimated by the injury bug, but it's been that next man up mentality.
Now, I would say you're right, but the fact that they could lose the South is what I would be more worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I hate saying it this way, but Jacksonville, if they run the table, they're in the playoffs. Because the final game would be against the Titans. That's the last game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be most likely for the division.
Possibly.
Yeah, because Jackson's 5-8. If the Titans 5-8, 7-6, they're only 2 games back from the Titans.
I got a question for Christian because it just dawned on me.
Let me hear it.
All right. Let's just, for argument's sake, say the Jets completely collapse the rest of the year. Not saying they will, not saying they won't. If you are the general manager of this Jets team, what's the first thing you do to make your team that much better than you were this year? Because this year you've shown a lot. Because next year you're getting Bryce Hall back, hopefully. But then, what other changes do you make to make that team to push it over the? Do you keep the quarterback you have now, or do you go out and seek something else out, or just get your take?
Wow, that's a good question because I'm kind of looking at their team needs right now to kind of further answer your question. Because the way I look at it, I'm looking at the offensive line for sure. Because look at all the teams that have decided to draft young quarterbacks these last couple of years, right?
Right.
You look at the Chargers with Justin Herbert. The year after they got him, they get Rashawn Slater, who I thought was the best offensive lineman in the 2021 NFL draft.
Okay.
And then the Jets, I know they got Elijah Vera Tucker that same year, but they need a franchise offensive tackle, I feel. If they can get that franchise offensive tackle, I think they're going to be in good shape. You can do that, or quarterback. Because see, here's the thing. At quarterback right now, I don't know if Zach Wilson's it. And I know he hasn't played, and I really applaud Robert Saleh for doing his job as a coach and setting an example, because if he didn't pull Zach Wilson and put him on a bench, he would have never learned. And I get he's a young kid, but then again, you have to also realize you play the most important position on a football team. So when things don't go right, you're going to get some of the blame. And he deserved a bulk of the blame for that game against New England because their defense kept them in that game, right? Now,
True.
you look at Mike White, he moves the needle. Zach Wilson doesn't move the needle. And look, John, I'm a former defensive player, and I'll tell you this right now. If I'm playing the Jets when they're playing Zach Wilson, he doesn't scare me.
No, Mike White is a better quarterback than him.
Because, see, here's the thing. If I'm playing Zach Wilson, I know he's going to lean on the running game. So I'm loading that box. I'm sitting a ton of guys on a line of scrimmage, and I'm daring him to beat me with his arm. Now, with that being said, yeah, go quarterback. Maybe get a guy like a Malik Cunningham from Louisville. That's a possibility.
So Kuiper has put out his way too early his opening mock draft.
Okay.
And he has the Jets taking the guard out of Florida.
Okay.
Osiris, I can't even pronounce his last name, but yeah, offensive guard out of Florida. I mean, listen, with how many injuries they have, I think they need to get a better tackle. Unless, what's his name is going to get actually fucking healthy, but doesn't look like that.
And we lost one of the Williams brothers this weekend.
Yeah, the younger, not the lineman,
not Quinton, but I forget one of the Williams brothers got knocked around big time.
You can't take out Quentin Williams. That motherfucker freaking gets a dead arm, dislocates his shoulder, goes back into the tent, pops it back in, and is out on the field.
Christian, did you see the sack that happened to White during that game?
I did.
Where he got literally cut in half.
I did.
I thought for sure that motherfucker wasn't getting back up.
No, and I think that's right there is the reason that Jet fans want to keep Mike White. He represents what the city is.
Tough as fucking nails, that's
Yeah.
for fucking sure.
Oh, you can get destroyed, and I'm going to get right back up and fucking finish this.
Zach Wilson would have said, okay, I'm out for 6 months.
Pretty much.
Something's up with Zach Wilson's head. He's screaming like Dominic in the fucking trainer's room. Mommy! Mommy, it burns!
It's a wrestling thing, Christian. If you didn't watch Monday, you know what we're talking about.
Oh God. Oh God.
He got that Oscar spit that mist in his face, and I'm blind, I can't see, and then he started whining and complaining like a little bitch.
Mommy, it burns.
Oh Lord.
And it was mommy, it was Rhea Ripley. You know, someone's favorite.
Oh.
If you look at the Skype chat, we made a joke from him on Monday what it would look like.
God.
I don't know if it's still in the Skype chat.
It's still there.
Take a look, Christian. It was on Monday.
Oh God. Let me see this. All right. Skype.
It was around 8:12, 9 o'clock on Monday.
All right. Let me try to get to the messages.
Oh, that was fun.
There we go. You said it was from Monday?
Monday, yeah.
Monday, this past Monday?
Yes. Even the little quote under it. But are we wrong, though? He's still laughing.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
So, all right. So, I have...
Okay. He's still laughing. I haven't heard Christian laugh this long at anything. I think I broke him with that.
Oh, God, I was already broken.
Futures, I got nothing left. So let's get into our picks and get into the college football section. Like always, our picks have been sponsored by Wicked Cuts Beef Jerky, all natural product from beef jerky to beef sticks and cheese to dry rub seasoning. 10% off of all your orders. Type in the Nerdport at checkout. Yes, they still have the pumpkin spice there.
Somebody buy the pumpkin spice for Ronnie so he can try it,
I
please.
ain't no basic white bitch. I'm not like Ryan with the fucking Christmas carousel coming out now. The fucking his peppermint mocha.
Fuck you!
They need to make that a dry rub. Ryan will put that shit on everything.
I'll fucking rub my own meat with it.
Hey now.
Hey now, oh, that's gotta hurt.
It just stings a little bit.
Yeah, at least it's not when it's at least it doesn't burn when he pees. Oh, but yes, so quick news with college football. We have lost one of the SEC great coaches. Mike Leach, 61, passed away yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Or Monday. Complications from like pretty much never said really what it was, but it was heart failure, pretty much a heart attack. It sucks. I mean, that was a rare, like, that just came out of the blue.
He was a larger than life personality. His players loved him, the media loved him, and he was one of those coaches that kind of knew how to work with the media. You see what I'm saying, Ronnie?
He was an accessible coach, in other words, what you're saying?
Exactly, because you wouldn't see Saban or Belichick or maybe even Kirby Smart as accessible as John said, like Mike was. He man, his players loved him. Like I said, um he just he knew the right things to say. He always put out the best teams to win. And actually, I issued a whole statement about this. I just said, he was funny, he was unfiltered, and like I said, he just knew everything, the right things to say. Um,
Right.
Handled himself with class. Um,
Never
I just
controversial.
No, not at all, not at all. I just I think of all the names who have come after him, like who coached from under him. I'm looking that list up right now, John. Coaches who coached under, because it's some well notable names.
Yeah. Oh God, what was it?
I look at here. I have the list right here. Um, Let me see. Sonny Dykes.
Yep.
He's TCU's head coach. Houston, Dana Holgerson. He coached West Virginia for a couple years. Now he's the lead man in in Houston. Cliff Kingsbury, who now coaches in the NFL for the Arizona Cardinals. Lincoln Riley, and he's become one of the best in the country. Dave Aranda, he's one of the best defensive minded coaches in the country. But when I think of Mike Leach, the air raid offense wouldn't be in the sport of college football without Mike Leach. He was the originator of that. It was a pass happy scheme, and he wanted to stretch the field vertically.
Right. Yep.
He will be missed. I think I say this on behalf of all of us here at this show. Your thoughts and your prayers go out to the universities he worked at, which was Texas Tech, which was Wazoo, and which was recently.
Still one of the greatest press conferences.
Oh, for sure.
Who would win in a fight? Well, just go listen to that. The who would go win in a fight is probably one of the best things ever from him.
Yeah. Your thoughts and your prayers just go out to everyone that he coached, everyone that that played for him, everybody that worked under him. I think the game of college football was what it was because we had Mike Leach in it.
Yep.
You're right.
Ryan, I know you're closer to that type of area, being down there. What was the media like when they found out about Leach?
The only thing that I have to go by, like, as far as like a massive sports news, death, funeral, is usual. And if nothing's that big, the news doesn't really cover it.
Okay, that's fair.
So I don't know if any of you guys saw that, but there were people fucking stretched around blocks outside that church.
I remember reading about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Visual. That was like that like the entire area stopped.
Well, yeah, man, it was Stan the Man.
Yeah, of course. Hall of fucking Famer, man. One of the greatest players of the game.
That's fair.
So,
but I mean, they talked about it, and I saw a few video packages going around, but it wasn't like massive Midwest news.
Okay.
Okay.
It was random because, like I said, we got the word. We didn't report it on Monday because it was just him in the hospital. It's like, oh, okay, like that sucks. And then 2:00 in the morning, I get a text on ESPN, passed away. I'm like, the fuck. Like that was out of the blue. All right. Yeah, but he will be missed. It's
Yes.
it's
Respect.
it sucks. Yeah. I will say, anybody go watch him at the Wazoo. Who would win in a fight press conference that he has with one of the Wazoo reporters, one of the student reporters. It's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's literally like a 20-minute fucking conversation on who would win in a fight between all the mascots.
Sebastian.
Yeah. But going from that, and I want all your opinions on this. So, a lot of people are now entering the transfer portal. If you don't know what the transfer portal is, it is pretty much college football's free agency now. You don't like where you're at? Oh, don't worry. Enter the transfer portal. You can go to a better school and start.
Seriously, no kidding.
So, there are other reasons. The transfer portal was not made for this. The transfer portal was made for people that wanted to play football. So, like, say if someone went to Rutgers or Penn State and they got a scholarship to, say, Oregon, but they wanted to be home because, say, like, their mother got sick or something like that. They could enter the transfer portal to go to Rutgers, play football there, almost get redshirted for a year, and then come back and play their last remaining years for that school being closer to home.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, it is being used as free agency. Oh, a coach got fired. I don't like where I'm at. I'm not starting. This guy, I will never see the field. Oh, but yet I can go to Missouri and get the starting, like or Vanderbilt, and a great example, Jalen Hurts was the starting quarterback for Alabama. National title and all that. Got benched for Tua, hit the transfer portal, went to Oklahoma.
It ended up becoming a Heisman candidate.
Yep. Like, that's what I mean by free agency. Now, there's one exception to this rule, and we'll get to the question in there, is a place like Jackson State. Christian, I'm going to ask you a question. How many players do you think from Jackson State, after Deion got let go to Colorado, entered the transfer portal?
Oh, I bet quite a few.
11.
Wow. I'm not surprised. And, I saw somebody on Facebook the other day talking about how he's taking some of those players with him. He's especially wrong in that. No, he's not. Because what people fail to realize is football is a systematic game. So I remember explaining this to somebody a couple years ago, and I'll say what I meant. But if a head coach is going somewhere and I know the ins and outs of his system, I'm going to try and play for him once again. I said this to somebody, the whole thing with Kaepernick. Remember when Jay Cutler ended up on the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said to him, because one of my friends complained, and one of my friends was like, oh, how come Jay Cutler gets a job, but Colin Kaepernick isn't getting a job? And I said, simple. Jay Cutler played for Adam Gase, and he had the best year of his career. So that way, he really won't have to dive in to the playbook. Same with Deion and some of these players in Colorado. Going to Colorado with him. Like, man, it's business. What's the problem?
And let's face it, Colorado was awful last year. They could probably use those players.
Exactly.
But the problem is the only difference is nowadays, though, is with all these NIL deals. The transfer portal is getting used a whole lot worse than just what it should be. If a player wants to go to another school, fine, and to start, fine. I don't agree with it, but whatever. But now, now it almost feels like you're getting people to be like, hey, if you hit the transfer portal and come to this school, we'll give you this $1 million NIL deal to do like a commercial for a car company. is this getting a little bit too far?
No. Why would it be getting too far?
Because now you're starting to have the boosters line these kids' pockets. And now it's not becoming... Forget the education part of it, because we all know that's a fucking lie.
Right.
But what I mean is, though, is like, when does it just turn into the minor leagues of college, of NFL? When does the pageantry and the integrity of college football go away? Because let's face it, when it comes to having a title, the games might get closer because there's parity in the entire sport. Anybody can be anybody nowadays. But when it comes to national titles, it's still the same 6 teams. Like, your best chance of getting a kid to come to, like, Alabama or something like that is the rings. Like, you're literally almost guaranteed like a chance to play for the national title, or at least are always in the conversation. But if you go to someplace like Vanderbilt, seriously, like, unless you're there for money, what else are you there for?
The women.
I mean, fair.
Hey now.
Hey now.
But you get my point. Like, is it going too far? Because we're starting to see boosters. Now it's not just behind the scenes anymore. It is out in the forefront where they are lining these kids' pockets with NIL deals.
Exactly.
Like, now it's becoming more of a recruiting tool than it is, hey, come here. We can pay for this. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. Now it's, hey, if you come here, here's $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, the dynamics of college football has changed. 15 years ago, it was a sport where these kids loved to play the game for the true love of the game. Now,
Listen, there's no 12-year-old from Texas walking through a tunnel all of a sudden that's six.
Shut up, Ronnie.
So,
Ronnie, shut up.
So what Christian's telling me to shut up about, there was a TikTok video that's going viral right now. There is a kid, and I say kid lightly. Lightly, this kid looks like a grown-ass man minus fucking beard. The kid is 5'11", 180-pound 12-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, bro, the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You are not a kid. You are a grown-ass man.
I am 12.
I am 12.
Hobby horse shit. Yeah, and I'm Groot.
Was that the bench warmers, Ryan?
Yes, I am 12.
12 with a $20 bill attached to it.
You know,
Let's get what? Oh, God.
Mm-mm. I'm just over here listening.
But, like, that's the thing. Like, it's getting to a point where this shit's being out of control.
Exactly.
You're out of control, you fucking animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Happy fucking ho-ho.
Ho, ho, holy shit.
Ho, 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 bitches.
But, no. But, like, yeah. Because now the quarterback from Coastal Carolina has hit the transfer portal. Drake May is coming back for his last year as a Tar Heel. Like, it's...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that, like, you're looking at all these teams. Louisiana Tech had 18 hit the portal, 17 for Colorado State, 16 from Texas A&M. 16 from Texas A&M after all that bullshit that happened with him and Saban. $16 of your players are not buying into your system.
Whoa.
15 from Arkansas, 14 from Kansas State, or Kent State, sorry. 13 from Oklahoma State, 13 from Oregon, 12 from Maryland, 12 from Vatech, 12 from Wazoo, 11 from Bama, and the surprising one, 11 from Jackson State. Just to name a few. It's fucking nuts.
Mm-mm.
Now, the question is how many of these are, like I said, NIL deals? How much of this is, like Ryan said, 37?
37.
In a row, baby.
And how many of this is the kid actually wants to go home? I mean, what? Probably 25, 50?
About 350.
About 350. I mean, listen, we've seen weirder. We've seen literally people get recruits because they brought strippers to sorority house.
Fraternity house.
No.
Make your rain.
I know exactly what I said because, Brittany Griner.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
We're not that. We'll leave that as is. Christian, I kind of want to leave that alone unless you have something to say about that.
Nah, I really don't have anything to say.
Okay, then we're gonna move on past that. She's home.
Oh, no.
Just for our sakes, we will close this. We broke this story. We kept it going. She's home. That's all we're gonna say.
End of story, motherfuckers.
What Ryan said.
Yeah. But with that being said, it is bowl season, everybody. And let's get into our picks. So, for the bowls that we're going to do, we're just going to do the week. So, games that we will go up to games that end on Wednesday the 21st. Because the game will be going on while we are live on the air. Fair?
Fair.
All right, first game on the list. It is the Hometown Lenders Bahama Bowl. UAB versus Miami of Ohio. UAB is an 11-point favorite, and over-under is 45. John, who you taking?
What do we got? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I was typing that thing. I didn't hear what you said.
Miami of Ohio versus University of Alabama Birmingham.
I'll take the Miami team.
Miami, that's not in Miami. It's in Ohio.
Not Miami. That's Miami of Ohio.
I'll take the Miami team.
Fair enough. Ryan, who you taking?
I'm taking Miami of Ohio.
Christian? Is he on mute?
Christian.
All right, what's the game?
Miami of Ohio versus Alabama Birmingham.
Wow. And where's it at? It's in Alabama?
No, it's the Bahama Bowl.
Don't nobody care.
Hey, it's the first bowl game of the year.
Ain't nobody care.
You got to pick first bowl game of the year.
I'll take Bama.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I was gonna say.
Wicked yes.
Okay, I'll get you.
Wicked, yes.
Yeah, I'm taking UAB. They're Miami of Ohio. Literally, these are two 6-6 teams, but Birmingham has a better running game, and they're actually bringing back a lot more of the players. No one's leaving. Let's put it that way. No one from University of Birmingham is going into the fucking draft. Neither is Miami of Ohio, but that's beside the point. All right, next on the list, we're going to Orlando, Florida for the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl. UTSA, the Roadrunners, take on the Trojans of Troy. Troy is a 1.5-point favorite.
Trojans, I'll take them.
Christian? Christian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. UTSA versus Troy.
I'll take Troy in this one.
Okay. Right now, what's his name is back for his 7th season from UTSA, which means he's playing in this bowl game. Give me the Roadrunners at UTSA.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, this kid. I don't even know if this kid's gonna be able to play will be playing Sundays because he might be too old by the time he gets there. He's in his 7th season.
Damn.
In college. Well, because of COVID, didn't count it, and then he got redshirted and that whole bullshit. Ryan, who you taking?
Between,
UTSA versus Troy.
I'll take Troy.
Okay. Next on the list, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
What person? How much drugs did these people come up with to come up with these bowl names?
Well, this is the Wasabi.
I got a legit. That's a legit question.
Well, Wasabi is the brand. It's the actual the brand, and it's in Fenway Park in Boston.
I know what I said. I know what it is,
Boston.
but it's still.
Oh,
What were people smoking with this shit?
Oh wait, it gets better.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
But there's a tampon bowl too.
No strings attached on that one.
Oh Jesus Christ!
The Wasabi Fenway
There's a
Bowl.
few strings attached.
Cincinnati versus Louisville. Louisville is a 2-point favorite.
I'll take Louisville.
Give me Cincinnati.
I'm taking Cincinnati. I'm with Ronnie.
Yeah, Cincy.
All right, next on the list is the Cricket Celebration Bowl.
Fuck cricket.
Fuck cricket.
In Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the one time where this actually makes sense to have Chick-fil-A open because it's on a Saturday. I still don't understand that. Chick-fil-A is in a fucking NFL stadium for the Atlanta Falcons, and they fucking are closed on Sundays.
They're a Mormon company. They gotta close on
They're
Sunday.
a Catholic company.
Catholic, whatever.
No, seriously though, they have a there's a Chick-fil-A in this fucking stadium.
Closed on Sunday.
And they're closed during the NFL games.
Not during Monday Night Football.
Not during Monday
Thursday
Night Football or Thursday or Saturday for college games, but 90% of their games for the fucking Falcons are Sunday afternoon, and Chick-fil-A is closed.
I mean, that's just good marketing.
That's fucking hilarious. But it's Jackson State versus North Carolina Central. Jackson State is like a 23-point favorite in this game.
Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Yeah, Jackson State.
Yeah, even with all the people hitting the transfer portal, Jackson State's gonna roll. All right, the SRS Distributors Las Vegas Bowl.
Vegas Bowl. Let's go.
Florida takes on Oregon State. This is going to be at where the Raiders play. Oregon State is a 10-point favorite.
Oregon.
Yeah, I think Oregon's a safe bet.
Give me the Beavers.
Yeah, I'm taking Oregon State.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this game. The Jimmy Kimmel L.A. Bowl, presented by Stefla.
Presented by who gives a flying fuck?
I can't even.
Thank you.
Wazoo versus Fresno.
Oops. This game should go up the wazoo.
Washington. Fresno is a 3.5-point favorite. Give me Wazoo.
That's- Wazoo.
Wazoo.
Christian.
Don't nobody care.
Make the damn pick.
Don't nobody care.
It's the LA Bowl.
You know what? I'm gonna make a thing. We should create a Don't Nobody Care Bowl just for Christian, in honor of Christian. There you go.
No. That's the Roto-Rooters Toilet Bowl. It's the two worst teams in the in college football.
Roddy, shut up.
Yeah, but don't you like the idea of calling it the Don't Nobody Care Bowl?
I do.
If you do
Ain't
that, I
nobody
want a
care.
royalty,
Who
bitch.
are you? I was gonna say, are you gonna? Who are you taking? Wazoo or Fresno?
I'm taking
Me?
Wazoo.
Oh, he's taking Wazoo, yeah.
All right, now a game that we all kind of know: the Lending Tree Bowl. Rice, yes, the college. There is a Rice College versus Southern Miss.
Are they? Is it
Southern-
overcooked? Is it overcooked rice?
I mean, it's close enough. Rice. Wait, how did this work? Rice is 5-7, and they got a bowl game. How? Who got bailed out? Anyway, Southern Miss is a 6-point favorite. Fuck Rice. Give me Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
Yeah, Southern Miss.
All right, the New Mexico Bowl. SMU versus BYU. SMU is a 3.5-point favorite.
Give me the B team.
Give me the Mustangs. Give me SMU. Ryan?
Ain't nobody care.
Thank you, Christian.
The Frisco Bowl. North Texas versus Boise State. Boise State is a 10.5-point favorite.
Boise.
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 Give me the Mean Green of North Texas. It's in Texas. Boise don't travel. We're not on the blue turf. All right, we have a Monday night or Monday afternoon bowl game, and it's the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Marshall takes on UConn.
We are Marshall.
Marshall is a 10-point favorite. Yeah, Marshall.
I'm taking Marshall.
Ryan?
Stir my chili. Fuck. I don't care.
He stirred his chili.
Jesus Christ.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, that's what I'll say later. UConn Marshall, who you taking?
Marshall.
Okay. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
And you gotta be fried to go to this game.
Oh, Eastern Michigan? Oh, yeah, it's gonna be 19 fucking degrees to be there, so you might as well be. Eastern Michigan versus San Jose State. San Jose is a 3.5-point favorite. Fuck you. San Jose State is fucking warm weather. This is 19 degrees. Give me Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, man, those poor San Jose dudes are gonna have frozen balls.
Yes. Christian.
Ain't nobody care.
Fair enough. That's actually
I
fair
knew
enough.
that was
We
coming.
we might watch fucking Cali dudes freeze to death.
Yeah. It's at 2:30. This game's at 3:30, and it's saying it's gonna be 19 degrees in Boise.
Biff and Tad are not gonna like the cold.
Oh God! Fucking 3:30, and it's saying it's gonna be 19. I can only imagine what the fucking wind chill is gonna be.
Muffy,
Yeah.
it's too cold to play.
Break my foot off in your ass. No, that's the ball. All right, the RoofClaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Jesus Christ,
That's
Liberty.
a fucking mouthful.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry. You have Liberty playing in this game versus Toledo. You couldn't make this literally the fucking Liberty Mutual Bowl.
Liberty, Bibberty, Dibberty.
Yeah, Toledo is a 5-point favorite. Give me the fucking Toledo Rockets.
Toledo.
Toledo.
Christian?
Toledo.
Yeah. And finally, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. The Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky versus the Jaguars of Southern Alabama. Southern Alabama is a 4.5-point favorite.
Alabama.
Yeah, let's go with the cousin fuckers.
Which one?
Oh, the Alabama cousin fuckers.
I was gonna say which one, Christian.
What game is this?
The toppers versus the bottomers. No,
Oh,
it's
come on, man.
The
Top versus the bottom.
Come on, man.
Western Kentucky versus Southern Alabama.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
This is a don't nobody care bowl.
The Don't Nobody Care Bowl.
What y'all say?
This is the game that's going to be on when we're on the air, so that's the last one for it. Give me Western Kentucky.
Don't nobody care.
Oh, God, dude. Some of these games, like, I swear to God, some of these names are so fucking bad. What else we got? We got the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. I mean, besides the Armed Forces Bowl, I'm saying the sponsors make these games sound so stupid. The Easy Post Hawaiian Bowl. The Quick Lane Bowl, that's classic. The Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. I could make... That's so fucking wrong.
Right. Ain't nobody care.
No, well, we'll get to those next week, because we got... I'm just saying, the games for these are just woof.
Right.
All right, let's get to the NFL, where...
Sports.
Nobody really, I mean, nothing really big went through. But Christian, if there's anything you want to talk about, give me about 2 seconds. I gotta go take a wicked yes.
I think anything that caught my eye, San Francisco guys, they're really starting to peak right now at the right time. They have the best defense in the league. They have one of the favorites to win Defensive Player of the Year in Nick Bosa. Them, and I look at the Cincinnati Bengals as well. They're catching fire, and they're hot at the right time as well. They're healthy. They're running the ball with Joe Mixon, and you see the difference that having a healthy Jamar Chase makes on the field, because especially in the red zone, that's who you know Burrow is going to throw the ball to. And when I watch Burrow and Jamar, I'm often reminded of what's his name? Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. You know, two Hall of Famers. Joe just knows he can find Jamar anytime, just like Peyton knew he could find Marvin at any time. Those are really the only things that really caught my eye in football, in the NFL.
Well, I got to just, it's like, I know I asked the Jet question, but do you see the Jets actually beating Detroit this week?
They could, but, you know, the Lions, when the Lions catch fire, they're a pretty tough team. You know, I think for the Jets to win this game, they got to turn this into a shootout. And not only a shootout, but you got to exploit that Lions defense, because they're not that good.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching it on Thanksgiving Day before everything went to shit for me.
Right.
But I was watching the Lions game. I was watching that game, and it was pretty intense on Thanksgiving, I got to say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these aren't your old Lions, John. They have a head coach.
These ain't the Chris Spielman.
No, not at all. Like, they have a head coach who they run through a brick wall for. I mean, he just knows the things to say and the things to do.
Right. No, you're right. No, it's just it's just going to be interesting, to see what happens and stuff like that. But you back, Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, let's do this.
All right, come on.
Oh, Lord.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
All right, yeah, speaking of kicking the tires, let's kick the tires on these games. Oh, we start in Seattle, where Brock, don't call me Purdy, and the 49ers take on the Seattle Seahawks. San Francisco's a 3-point favorite in this game.
I'm going to take Seattle.
Ryan?
Who is it?
San Francisco versus Seattle.
I'll take San Francisco.
Okay, I had to double check everything. Christian, you're giving me what's the play? What's your
points of the game?
Yeah, points of the game.
Well, for San Francisco, how is Kyle Shanahan going to handle Brock Purdy's first true road start? One, it's his first true road start, and two, look where it's taking place.
Yeah.
In Seattle. That's going to be a tough place. That's going to be a tough environment for him. So that's number one. So I see Kyle coming out ultra conservative, and he's going to put a lot of pressure on Christian McCaffrey to help win the game. Feed him the ball. And remember, there's no Debo. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to be key.
I was just about to ask, is Debo officially ruled out?
Yeah, he's ruled out. And I think Brandon Ayuk is going to have to be key in this one, Ronnie, because he is a difference maker. Like, Debo is their best playmaker. But when you're looking at things from a pure receiver standpoint, Brandon Ayuk is their best weapon on the perimeter because he can go up the field, he can go over the middle, he can make those catches in traffic. Debo does the little things, whereas Brandon, he has that wide catch radius, and I think he's going to be the X factor tomorrow night for the 49ers. And I look at Seattle, they were absolutely destroyed last week because they looked ahead to this game. And John, you've heard me say this all year. You can't overlook teams in this business because if you do, it'll catch up to you, right?
True.
Right.
You did
Now-
say that. I remember you said that. Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened because they were punched in the mouth by Carolina. Like, Carolina possessed the ball literally for 40 minutes. They controlled the clock and won that time of possession battle. So the thing I'm looking forward to seeing in this one is, what will Geno do against this stingy and physical 49ers defense? Because they're going to bottle up the run. And if Seattle's offensive line can hold up front and give Geno time to throw, if they have a chance, I preview this one tomorrow. Be on the lookout for it.
So, Ryan, who are you taking in this? I was gonna say, I don't know if I asked you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well,
God, just give us a winner.
for God's
There
sakes,
is not the American people, damn it.
well, the thing is too about this game that's interesting is if the Niners win, they officially will lock up the West. Because Seattle's 7-6, they be 10-4. With 3 games left, there's no way that Seattle can come back and get the division.
Right.
So this would lock in 49ers in a division spot. But the question is the thing Christian said is Brock gonna be ready?
I think he will be because, look, the game plan is simple. Brock Purdy. Hand the ball off, dink and dump it, take a shot down the field when the opportunity presents itself, and most importantly, don't put your team in a position to lose the football game.
Right, and doing it in Seattle at 8 o'clock is one of the hardest fucking things to do.
Yep. And you know what? When these two play, it's always close, it's always low scoring, and it's always a physical game, and that's what I think we're going to get here.
I think the defense is key. I think Geno's going to throw 2 picks, and I have the Niners coming out on top on this game. They lock in the South, and we see where Brock Purdy goes. All right, next, the Colts versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are a 4-point favorite. God,
Minnesota.
after how bad they've been playing, if this was anybody else but the Colts, I would go against Minnesota. But Jeff Saturday playing on Saturday ain't gonna fucking do shit. Give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I like Minnesota as well.
Yeah, I'll take Minnesota.
If there were ever a get-right game for them, this is it.
Yep. Next, and oh god, this game. 4:30. Going to Cleveland. The Baltimore Ravens take on the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is a 3-point favorite.
Give me the Steamers.
Give me, Lamar is playing this game, right, Christian?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. You want me to look it up real quick?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, hold on.
'Cause I think if he's not, this game is a lot tighter, but if he is, it's Baltimore.
All right, this says right here, Baltimore Ravens could square off against Browns, sans Jackson.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Baltimore, they're thin at quarterback because Tyler Huntley got hurt last week.
Right.
Like he got drilled. Wow. I'm still gonna go Baltimore. Like this is Deshaun Watson's first home game as the Browns starting quarterback, but I'm still gonna go Baltimore. They're gonna run the ball. Baltimore, whoever's starting that quarterback, they're gonna run that football, and that defense is gonna come with it. But I'll just say this: I think every game right now for Baltimore is a must win because the way Cincinnati's looking right now, they better be on the lookout.
I agree with that. Ryan, who you take?
I'll take Baltimore.
Okay. All right, the 8 o'clock game. We're going back to Orchard Park where there's dildos and flaming tables. The Miami Dolphins take the Buffalo Bills. Christian, you're reviewing this. Keys of the game.
I think looking at Miami, you've heard me say this about Buffalo too, Ronnie. I think they're way too dependent on Tua, and in this instance, Tyreek Hill to bail them out. Because if that explosive play isn't happening between those two, what's really happening, right? Then I look at Buffalo. That was a game they had to grind out the other day. I know the elements and the weather was a factor, but I look at when I look at Buffalo, how's that defense going to hold up without Von Miller? Their defense kept them in that game the first time when they played. This game right here ultimately decides the division. A preview is Saturday night. Be on the lookout.
John.
This is who now?
Miami, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Ryan?
I'm gonna take Miami.
I'm actually kind of in agreement with that. I think Miami might take it because that defense, as much as the Jets carved up that defense, Josh Allen's still not Josh Allen.
Because he's hurt.
Yeah. So I think if there can be just one play that Miami's defense gets to him, could be the difference. So give me Miami. Next, we have the Eagles taking on the Bears. Philly's a 9-point favorite. Why the fuck so low?
I like Philly.
Yeah, this is the Eagles.
Yeah, all the way.
No comment.
All right. The Falcons take on the Saints. The Saints are a 4-point favorite.
Who the Falcons in that game?
Give me the Falcons because they benched Mariota. They have
Desmond Ridder.
Ritter starting. New quarterback. They don't know the system. Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'll take Atlanta.
Christian?
I'm with you. I'm taking Atlanta. The Saints just aren't a good football team right now.
Sorry. The Detroit Lions take on the New York Jets. Game is a coin flip.
I got nothing for this game.
I'm going to take the guy with the bigger hands, so give me the Jets.
I'll take the Jets, but I don't know. It's just, I've watched the last couple games they played. They just not have their defense has been solid, but their offense is just weak right now.
I'm gonna take the Lions.
I'm with Ryan. I'm taking the Lions here. They're hot. They're playing with a lot of momentum. They're running Jamal Williams. And the defense, I know the defense has struggled throughout the year, but they've been playing better as of late, and I think that continues.
Okay. The Steelers take on the Panthers for the record to stay put. This is a must-win for Pittsburgh, but the Carolina Panthers are a 3-point favorite.
Steelers, baby.
Damn right.
Christian?
I'm taking the Steelers.
What the hell was that? Was that a cat just
I'm
there?
taking the Steelers.
Yes, that was my cat.
I heard meow.
Oh, now you want to talk about the Royal Who Gives a Fuck Bowl. The Chiefs take on the Texans. Does Patty Mahomes throw for 4 touchdowns?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he does. No, I say he accounts for 5. He throws for 4 and he runs 1 in.
So the over-under is 14. I think Vegas is putting too much faith in Houston after they just almost beat Dallas. Yeah, Kansas City. All day. All night.
Yeah, we don't even need to. I don't think none of us need to tell our things there unless somebody's got something different.
No. Well, speaking of the Cowgirls, the Cowboys take on the Jaguars. Dallas is a 4-point favorite.
Give me Jacksonville. Fuck the Cowgirls.
Give me Dallas.
Give me the Jags.
This game. Go ahead, Ronnie.
The
My
Jags
bad.
still have a chance. No, you're good. I was gonna say the Jags still have a chance to win the division. So they need to come out and actually beat. And Lawrence is going to start this game. It looks like. So I think this game they're going to be on their top of their game. I think they pull it out by 3. So go ahead.
Really?
Christian. Yep. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, this is a game that can go either way because, again, I asked you guys this question a couple weeks ago, and I'll ask it again. Who are the Dallas Cowboys? They're the team that we saw in Minnesota that just absolutely pummeled the Minnesota Vikings? Or are they the team that we saw in Green Bay that was up by 14 and blew a 14-point lead? You see what I'm saying?
Or are we a team that we saw last week that just got by the Texans?
And Ronnie, what did I tell you? I tell you this all the time off the microphone. If Dak Prescott is taking the game over with his arm, you're not going to win. This Cowboys team is built to run the football. I think Dallas does just enough to escape with the win here. Now, I will say this. I won't be surprised if Jacksonville were to upset them, but I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, boy. This is the game that will not be aired unless you live in Arizona or Denver. The Cardinals without Murray, torn ACL.
Oh, he's done.
Versus the Denver Broncos. And
Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, Mr. High Knees himself, Russell Unlimited Wilson. Give me the Broncos. Ryan?
Broncos.
Christian?
God, do we really have to pick?
This is no, you can say it though.
Ain't nobody care.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment to this game.
But if I had to pick for professional purposes,
you take the team with a quarterback,
which is Denver.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best thing. Now Kyler Murray can sit on his couch and play Call of Duty.
Oh, there you go.
And not have to worry about getting fined. But the New England Patriots take on the Vegas Raiders.
Raiders, baby.
It's a coin flip. Yeah, give me the Raiders.
Raider Dave!
Christian?
This game is another one. That's a coin flip. You know, the Raiders really pissed me off last week.
They pissed a lot of people off.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I didn't put money on that game. Belichick outsmarts McDaniels once again. I like New England by a field goal. They'll ugly the game up.
Okay. Tennessee takes on the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Yep, and this is where I'm standing by the fact that since Jacksonville's 2 games out, this is where they catch them. Give me LA. Christian?
I previewed this one on the site today, Ronnie, and it's a must-win for both teams. Like Tennessee, they're spiraling right now. That was a bad loss for them last week against Jacksonville. The Chargers, I think this is their best win of the season against Miami because they shut down that passing attack, made Miami one-dimensional, got after Tua, and they ran the football, and they were balanced. And look at the difference that it makes when you have a healthy room of wide receivers, right? Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, they make the difference. But I think Austin Eckler is going to be key here. I like the Chargers because, see, here's the thing. the Titans struggle against the pass, right? The Chargers struggle to stop the run. So I think which team can ever consistently exploit the other's weakness is going to win the game.
Who gets the ball last?
Exactly.
Okay. Ryan, did you take the Chargers?
Yep.
Okay. The Bengals take on the Buccaneers. Where's your bucket hat? It's under my Buccaneers. The Cincinnati Bengals are 3.5-point favorites.
Christian.
Well, we already know who John's taking.
Yeah. Well, Christian, you're also previewing this game, so give me your keys.
Well, Cincinnati's caught fire the last couple of games. They're running the ball, and you see the difference that Jamar Chase makes for this offense because he's great in the red zone, and Joe Burrow's gonna find his guy, right? Tampa Bay, I expected them to lose that game last week, but I didn't expect them to lose how they lost. This is a must-win for them. They're 6-7. They got a hot team coming into town on Sunday. It's the first meeting between Joe Burrow and Tom Brady, both quarterbacks. Joe's made a lot of comparisons to Tom. This is going to be a fun matchup. I preview this one on Friday.
Yeah, I took Brady before after they got smoked by Brock Purdy. Fuck that. Give me the Bengals. Ryan?
I'll take the Bengals.
After their tumultuous tie at MetLife 2 weeks ago, the New York Giants take on the Washington Red Commanders.
I'm going to take the Giants in that one. I think the Giants are going to come out on this one.
You know, I think for the this is another one I'm previewing.
You're previewing it. Give me your keys.
Well, I think for the Giants,
I think for fucking pick.
Look, I think for the Giants to win, Saquon needs over 150 yards rushing. You know, the Giants to me are the Tennessee Titans of the NFC because they really don't have the depth receiving wise. The quarterback can be hit or miss, and their offense is built to do one thing: run the football, right? Yeah. The Commanders. Oh God, I almost called them their former name. Jesus Christ.
The
Commanders. You know, they're gonna have to make a pass or two down the field. I preview this one on Sunday.
Ryan, who are you taking?
I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough. Honest to God, I think I kind of want to see Washington make the playoffs, so I gotta root for Washington. But on the same hand, is Jones even playing? Because he went out at the end of the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm.
So, was that just because they were getting blown out, or was he hurt?
I'd say both.
So then that's the question: is he starting or is Taylor starting? Right now, the way the spread is, this is Jones is starting, but then you also have to remember, Chase Young is officially starting in this game for the Commanders.
Right.
So that defense, that front four can get to the quarterback. I think the Commanders win this game. Maybe not by 4.5, but they win this game. And then I'm going to fall asleep on Monday. Thank God we're doing a show. The LA Rams take on the Green Bay Packers.
You know what's funny?
Go Pack-O.
You know what's funny? When I saw that these two teams were playing when the schedules came out, I said to myself, this is a possibility of the top seed potentially being on the line in the NFC. And boy, was I wrong.
Woo-wee.
I like Green Bay.
Ryan's taking Green Bay. So am I, actually, because this is in Packertown, Cheeseheadville. I'm not taking the Rams. Did Ryan say something?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought he said fuck LA.
Fuck LA.
There we go.
There
it
it goes.
I was gonna say he's making his chili, so. But those are our picks.
The greatest chili in the fucking world.
I wouldn't say that. You've never had Skyline chili, have you?
No, and you've never had the shit I make, so shut your fucking hole.
And you haven't had the shit I make.
Chili cook-off?
Oh.
No.
Yes!
We're not finding a friend named Scott Titterman to kill.
Christian, let's push him into it, Christian. Come on, this gotta happen.
Do it.
Do it.
The joke. I saw the joke coming a mile away when he said chili cook-off. No, we are not finding someone named Scott Titterman and killing their family.
Oh, come on. What's the matter? You have no faith in your chili, dude?
What if I've already done all the legwork?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Scott Titterman's tears. Yeah.
You know who you do? Make Dustin try it.
Oh, God.
Well, Dustin's had my chili. It's fucking fire.
Yeah, well, he's obviously never had Ronnie's.
That's what he said when he ended up on the toilet for 5 days straight.
No. He only ended up on the toilet. Okay, so I got a story.
How the fuck do we get a story out of this?
You're about to find out, good sir. So I found these protein cookies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's all you had to say.
Yep.
Vegan friendly, plant-based, fucking 12 grams of protein per cookie. And they are wonderful. They're great.
They clog a fucking toilet.
Until you get to the double chocolate.
Oh.
That shit is magnesium citrate in physical form.
Now you're talking. No, after you eat one of the cookies, it becomes triple chocolate.
I warned Dustin one night, and he's like, "I'll eat one. I ain't scared." And he ate it, and he's like, "That's actually pretty good." And I'm like, "Yep. Well, I'm going to bed."
Wait.
And I wake up about 90 minutes later because I hear, "Oh God, he wasn't lying."
Oh, God. Oh, but all right, boys, let's pull this into the station.
Yeah, apparently somebody left the light on down at the athletic club. So.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, so do you want to make the announcement for Monday, Ronnie?
Well, when I do everything, let me do everything first, and then we'll talk about Monday real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please follow us on our social media networks under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at F and Ronnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At Daily Blitz _61.
At Stuntcock STL.
And you can join us back here on Monday for I always keep calling it From Real to Heel. I gotta get used to still calling it freaking What You Finish. Where it is the end of the year. We like to do some special things for the end of the year. And boy, do we have some fun things to do for Monday. Ryan, would you like to tell them one of the things we're doing?
Monday, we are going to fan cast Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm fucking stoked. I've been working on this.
So have I.
Yes, and as well as the polls for the, well, as a jokingly we call it the Misogyny Awards, but the end of the year awards for the NPN. And boy, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Christian can end up putting something in for the Sweet Sugar Wows.
Oh God. Ronnie, I'm blocking you.
Oh no, you're not. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. If you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you don't like what you heard, tell your enemies. But always tell them, no matter what, there is always a teachable moment. And if you don't believe me, well, then that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.